The biggest concern that I hear from practitioners and coaches is, what if nobody wants to work with me? What if nobody enrolls? What if I can't make it work? That is the thing that I hear the most from anyone who's not just thinking about working with us inside of Zero to Clients, any practitioner, even people who have 20 years of experience. And so we're going to go through the 4 secrets to create an online program that sells. And I've been working with practitioners and coaches from all over the world for more than 10 years. And as the quote says, success leaves clues. Some professionals we work with have scaled their online businesses to 6 figures and beyond. I really started to do a deep dive into, how come some practitioners and coaches that we work with are able to get people enrolled into their program and grow their online program fairly quickly while others struggle. So let's dive in to the 4 things that are going to help you create an online program that people want to enroll into. Secret number 1, just because you can help all different types of people does not mean that you should. I'm going to repeat it. Just because you can help all the different types of people does not mean that you should. Yesterday, in fact, I was chatting with a medical doctor. Her license is inactive, but nevertheless. And so we were chatting about all the things that she's qualified to do and all of the interests and all of the different types of people that she can help. And she was telling me all of these things. And, the issue was she was struggling to define her area of specialization, to define her niche and her ideal client. And I explained to her that just because she is capable of helping all of those different types of people doesn't mean that she can help them all. And it also doesn't mean that she should help them all. And I think for a lot of us, myself included, especially when I first started, I had this belief that it was my responsibility to help anyone who asked for it. Is that true? Do you believe that? And so the secret to creating an online program that sells is to provide a specific solution to a person's persistent, painful problem. I'm going to say that again, because this first secret is the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. It is the thing. It is the thing. The secret to selling, the secret to creating an online signature program that sells is to provide a specific solution to a person's persistent, painful problem. And in order to do that, you actually have to identify their pain to transformation journey. Like, you have to understand that there is a starting point, and then what is the transformation they desire? And then there's a gap. And so where are they now and where do they want to go? Your program is the bridge, because here they are with their persistent, painful problem. Right? They have an issue and they want this. They want the opposite of the way that they feel right now. They have this and they don't know how to build the bridge so that they can walk towards their desired outcome. They don't know how to do that. You are the bridge, right? Your online signature program is the solution that they get to walk across and get to their desired outcome. However, in order for you to build the bridge, right, you need to build the bridge. You need to be able to identify your ideal client, their persistent, painful problem, and what their desired outcome looks like. Then it becomes much simpler for you to build the bridge based off of the exact steps that they need to take in order to go from here to here. It's the pain to transformation journey. They're here in pain. They want to be here and they don't know. Right now, there is no straight line forward for them. They're going here and here and here. They're trying this and they're trying this and they're trying this and they're trying this and they're trying this. So now, imagine if you continued to try and help anyone and everyone with your content, with your brand, with your offerings. You can't possibly build 3 or 4 bridges at the same time. And each bridge that you build is for a different painful problem. So that means you have a group over here. Let's call them tourist group A, right? You have a group over here of tourists and they need to cross the bridge, right? You have a group of, we actually will call them purple ducks because that's what we call them in my world, right? You have purple ducks and the purple ducks all need to safely cross the bridge in order to get to their desired outcome. Well, this is purple ducks. These ones over here are crows. These ones over here are penguins. These ones over here are cardinals. And each one of them has their own bridge. You can't possibly manage all the different groupings of birds and all the bridges. It's a lot of upkeep. It's a lot of management. It's a lot of questions. It's like you don't need 4 different bridges. You just need one bridge. You need all the people here. You need all the people continuously coming over here into this area to start their walk across the bridge. And as long as you continuously have people waiting to cross the bridge, you will be able to fill your online program. But the issue is you're trying to talk to all these people and they're like, that's not my bridge. Like, I don't need to cross that bridge because that's not my painful problem, right? Secret number 1, just because you can help all different types of people doesn't mean that you should. You shouldn't, right? And so this medical doctor that I was chatting with, we narrowed the persistent painful problem down to fatigue. And then I said, okay, cool. So who has fatigue? A teenager, a new mom, a perimenopausal woman, a 65-year-old man? Like, who are we talking to, right? Who has fatigue? Because the program needs to be created with the ideal client in mind, because you are building a bridge for them, right? You are building a bridge so that they can know that the bridge is for them. They need to be able to go, oh, it's my bridge. Oh my gosh, this bridge has been built just for me. It's like they're walking over the bridge that's going to deliver them to their own pot of gold, that their own outcome. So that's secret number 1. Secret number 2, we are going to simplify the solution. You are going to simplify what you do. We're going to keep rolling with the medical doctor example because it's such a good example of the contradiction between being a professional with a lot of knowledge and then how to actually create an online program that sells and gets clients results. Because I can teach you how to sell it, but we also have to get results, right? And so in this conversation with this medical doctor, she was mentioning that she has all of this knowledge and she listed 6 things that she wanted to include in her program for midlife women who experience fatigue. I interrupted her and I said, listen, your ideal client has fatigue, which means they don't have the energy to do all of these things. And when you add in everything but the kitchen sink, you are actually not acting as a professional. You are not helping them. You are trying to prove that you're a smarty pants. And what happens is you actually overwhelm them. And when a client is overwhelmed by too many things, they themselves feel like a failure. And what happens is they blame themselves. And then their inner dialogue becomes, oh, I knew I couldn't do it. Oh, I knew this wasn't going to work. I'm such a failure. And they blame themselves. They don't blame you, right? And obviously that's not your intention, but that is the result of making your online program complex and adding in all the things that you feel like they need to know. And so the way to create an online program that sells is to actually simplify the delivery of it. If you want your clients to experience success, which means only giving them the big needle movers that create these small wins over time, and then also helping them to identify those wins. We have to train our clients to look for the good, to look for the wins. Otherwise, they won't know, right? They won't know. And so here's the thing. Your clients that come into your online signature program, and I need you to hear me on this, this is a big one, they are not paying for complexity or simplicity. Do you know what they're investing in? They're not paying for it to be uber complex or uber simple. They're not even thinking about that. What are they paying for? Because it's not complexity. It's not simplicity. They are investing to work with you because they want what? They are paying for the outcome. That's all they're paying for. Is this program going to give me the outcome that I want? If it's too complex because you've added in everything that you know and you want to teach them all the things because you're a nerd and you're obsessed with these things and it gets you excited. Guess what? They are not you. They are not excited by two-phase liver detoxification. They don't care. They're not excited by the things that excite you. Do you know what excites them? Not feeling like poop. That's what excites them. Not feeling like garbage. That's what's exciting to them. So we have to remember that they don't get excited by the same things that we get excited by. And if the program is too complex because you are a smarty pants and you want to give them all the knowledge that you have, that's actually counterproductive to them getting results. It's not helpful. So we have to simplify what we're getting them to do so they can actually do it, right? Because they need to do the things. That is the only way that they are going to get results. Learning does not provide results. Learning about their body, learning about hormones, learning about meditation, learning about trauma does not get results. It feels cathartic in the moment, but it does not get results. So let's not confuse learning with doing. You learning about an online program doesn't mean you have one, right? It doesn't mean you have one. And so simplifying results. And let me tell you this, in my 11 years of reviewing signature program outlines, and I have reviewed thousands at this point, I have never, not one time, had to say to a professional, this is too simple. I have never said that. Not one time. I have never said, there's not enough in here. This is not worth the money. I have never not once said that. 100% of the time, we've either had to reorganize the content or pull some learning out and turn those into action tasks. But most of the time, we're pulling content out. We're almost never adding content in. We are rejigging it. But 100% of the time, I have never said there's not enough here. We have to make it more simple and less complex in order for them to get the only thing they care about, which is results. So that is secret number 2. And when you get them results, guess what happens? They tell people about it, right? And then you get referrals. And then you get to use them as testimonials and you get to use them as case studies. And it makes enrolling people into your online program that much simpler. Secret number 3, building the program for maximum impact and income. So I distinctly remember the day that my income was capped by my nutrition practice and my desire to also have a family. I remember the day that I realized that I was screwed. That if I wanted to grow my impact, grow my income, and also be a primary parent, that I actually couldn't do both in the model that I was taught. And it was devastating to me. Because when I was in nutrition school, nobody ran me through the numbers. Nobody explained to me that if I wanted to take home $80,000 and I had a 70-30 split, that I would actually have to generate $115,000 in my nutrition practice, which, let's do some math. I don't normally do math in real time, but this is money math and I can do money math. In the one-to-one model that we were all taught, I wanted to take home $80,000. I had 70%, the clinic kept 30%. That meant that I had to sell $115,000 worth of nutrition in one calendar year because I wanted to take home 80. So we're $115,000 divided by $150 per hour. That means, it's like bringing tears to my eyes. That means that I would have to see 766 clients. I wanted to take home $80,000, right? That was my goal. I'm like, I am transforming lives. Like, I want to take home $80,000. I had a 70-30 split, which is pretty typical, which means I would actually have to sell $115,000 because at 70%, I would be taking home 80. So that's correct. So at $115,000, I charged $150 an hour. So we're going to divide $115,000, right? 6 figures basically of nutrition by 150. Yes, 766. 766 clients in one calendar year in order for me as a nutritionist charging $150 an hour to make $80,000 a year. WTF? What? Right? That would mean I would need to see 63 new clients a month. 63. If I allocated, let's say, 4 hours to each client because physically seeing them, following up with them, doing paperwork, that means that I would be working 255 hours divided by 4, let's see. I'd be working 63 hours a week. 63 hours a week in somebody else's clinic to make $80,000 a year. What? Why? What? I mean, what? Have you ever done the math? Like, have you ever sat down and done the math? Why would you do that? Immediately? No. Immediately, no. I'm sorry, what? I'd have to work 63 hours a week in order to see the number of clients that I would need to take home $80,000 a year. Cool. No, thank you. That's not including commuting time, right? No, thank you. So I figured that out pretty quick because I wanted to make $80,000 a year. And I don't think enough practitioners and coaches do the math, because if they did, they would realize that they would need an online program immediately. And so the reason that you need to build the program for maximum impact and income is because the model that you and I were taught does not work. It doesn't work to create long-term lasting change, not just because it caps your income, but also because it doesn't include the 3 C's: curriculum, coaching, and community. There is so much research, and I'm so passionate about this because there is so much research dictating what a human being needs in order to create lasting, long-term transformation. And it's not a one-time 60-minute session. They need a step-by-step curriculum. They need coaching and they need community. And the model that we were taught does not include any of those things. 0 of those things are included in the time for money patient model. They need additional education. They need additional action tasks. They need access. They need coaching. Results depend on them being able to comply. Well, how does somebody comply? They need to be coached. They need to be held accountable. They need to be in community with other people who are experiencing the same things as them. And so secret number 3, when we're talking about creating a program that sells, being able to offer someone coaching and community is of the highest value. Those are research-backed strategies to get people to comply long-term. And then secret number 4, value the transformation. Imagine for a minute that you and I are in this enrollment call together and you wanted to explore the option of working with me. And I was explaining to you how I'm going to help you create your online program, and we do all the tech for you, and you get unlimited one-to-one coaching for 6 months. And, you get access to group coaching and all of the templates, and you get a free tech platform, and you get free tech support, and you get access to my community, which is all true when you work with us. And I'm explaining to you how we're going to take you from no email list, no Facebook group, no online program, no webinar, no enrollment script, and we're going to build it all for you. And you're going to get access to my proven templates, and that by the time we're done working together, you're going to be a new person. You're going to be the person that you've always wanted to become. You're going to be proud of what you built. You're going to be getting emails from your clients who were once strangers from all across the world, thanking you for your content, thanking you for creating your program. I literally got an email this morning from a client thanking me for giving her an opportunity to invest in a program. She thanked me for giving her the opportunity to invest. That will happen for you, right? And imagine that you're getting access to all of these, done for you webinar scripts and the slide deck and your enrollment scripts. We're in an enrollment call and you're telling me that your painful problem is that you can't get your online program done and you don't know where to get started online. And I'm explaining this to you and I'm saying, when we work together, these are all the things that we're going to do because we know that they are what you need, right? You need one-to-one coaching. You need unlimited tech support. You need free access to a tech platform. You need the tech done for you. You need the webinar scripts. You need my slide deck. You need my enrollment script. You need my done for you lead magnet. You need all of these things so that you can do what you are meant to do in this world. And it's a 6-month program. And, you're going to get unlimited support. And you are just like, oh my gosh, this is a dream come true. Like, this is everything I needed. And then I go in and tell you the price, and I tell you the price for the 6-month program is $250. $250. What would you think? What would you think? If I explained it's 6 months and you get one-to-one coaching and we build your tech funnels for you and you get free access to Flowy and you get all my scripts and every template and community and group coaching calls for 6 months. And I tell you it's $250 for the whole thing. What would you think? Because you probably expected it to be thousands of dollars, which it is, right? You probably expected it. What else are they going to gouge me for, right? And so now all of a sudden I've seeded doubt in your mind because there's a disconnect between the way that I'm presenting the program, the way that I'm presenting the transformation, and the fee. That's what happens when you undercharge. The fee alone seeds doubt. The fee alone seeds, oh, what's wrong with this? Why is it so cheap? I'm sorry, you're a naturopath and you're only going to charge me $297 for a 12-week program? You can't be that good of a naturopath then. And so when we're explaining the value of this life transformative program, because that is what it is life transformative. Your program is life transformative. And then you go and tell somebody it's $199 because you've got weird things about not wanting to be salesy and not wanting to you have issues with money. Like there's a massive disconnect there and you've now just seeded doubt. So it's really important that we understand the value of the life transformation that you are giving to someone, and also that we understand the value of our own journey. How much have you already spent to go to all the schools, to do all the schooling, to get all the certifications, to buy the equipment, to live the kind of lifestyle that you live? The time allocated to go to school, the time of missed work, the time, the sacrifice, the energy, all of these things matter. They all are valuable. And so when you spend all of this time and this energy putting together an online program and you're so afraid, it's because you devalue the transformation that you are going to be giving to people. And so you think that by charging less, it's going to be an enticement for them to say yes to you, but that's not actually what's happening. What's happening is that you are seeding doubt because there is a value mismatch. They're looking at you like an authority, even though you don't feel like one. They are looking at you like you are the leader and you are the expert, even though you don't feel like one. And so when you act based on how you feel, not based on how you are perceived, and you throw out it's $250, they're like, what? It can't be that good because somebody else is charging $2,000. They're going to go for the $2,000 program because we, right or wrong, perceive something to be more value the more that it costs. Right or wrong. Doesn't matter. We can debate it all day. It does not matter, but that's our perception, right? That's their perception. So secret number 4, value the transformation, right? Value the life transformation that you are capable of giving to someone, even though you don't have experience, even though you're uncertain. That's fine. It doesn't mean you can be uncertain. It's just because you lack experience, but it doesn't mean that the modality that you're using isn't, of course it's proven. You learned it in school. You know that if your clients do A, B, C, and D, they will feel better. You know this. Value the transformation. Those are the 4 secrets. I hope this was helpful for you, and I will see you real soon. Have a good day, everybody. Bye.